Hi, good evening, all of you. Hi, good evening, all of you. Hope I am audible to all of you. My name is Hitendra Kumar Shaha. I am a cGMP compliance consultant, trainer, and auditor from NADS plus GXP compliance services. And today we are going to discuss about how to perform segment of the computerized system. So we discuss in detail about this topic, training material, right? So what we are going to discuss here, hope you are able to view the screen, right? So why it is required to discuss about the main point, that is the cGXP computerized system assessment. Why it is important? The reason is, many companies are lacking in this. Many companies are performing the computerized system validation. Many companies are involved in CSV, CSA and all, but still they are facing the problem. So the question is why they are facing the problem, and how we can resolve that problem, that we are going to discuss under the today's topic, that is the performing the cGXP assessment for computerized system. Hope this topic is clear to all of you, and let us discuss about the agenda what we are going to discuss today. So as per the agenda you can see here, we will discuss about the importance of topic, then there will be some brief introduction about the trainer, then the cGXP assessment what we are discussing, what is the role of that cGXP assessment in the pharma, that we are going to discuss, followed by what is the exact regulatory requirements, regulatory expectation, for example EU GMP, US FDA, that we are going to discuss specifically to the UGMP Annex 11 requirement or 21 CFR Part 11 requirement, that we are going to discuss under this topic. Followed by, there are some FDA citations. There are so many FDA citations about this topic, but uh, what I have collected some couple of slides here to just make you aware that FDA citations are there. So that we can focus on this topic, because this is the first stage, first stage and very important stage. Then we will discuss about the different 11 keys of cGXP assessment. So there are 11 number of keys. By the use of these keys we need to perform the cGXP assessment. And then we will discuss about the what are the common errors performed or followed by the different companies, or what are the common errors most of the companies are doing this, and due to that they are getting the non-conformity or FDA citations. That common errors also we will discuss. And after that we will have some summary or the takeaway session, followed by the question answer session and vote of thanks, and sharing the contact details. So this is the brief overview of the today's training session. And one thing before moving ahead, I just want to suggest you that if you have any questions, you can put in the comment section, so that at the end of the session I will reply to your all questions. Second point what I want to clear is, if you are interested in the training material, please put your uh, the point in the comment section, so that I will share a link, because I cannot share here as a training material as attachment and all, right? So I have created the link, and you can just put a comment that you need a training presentation. So what I will do, I will share the link at the end of the session, so that you can go through that link, right? You can download the training material from the link. Okay. So thank you all of you that you are confirming that Mr. Prashant Pandey and Emmanuel, that everything is okay. Otherwise, I would have got the comments. Okay, thank you Satish Kumar. Good evening all of you. So let us continue with our discussion. Okay. So now let us move to our as per the agenda. The next topic is the Know Your Trainer. Don't worry, I will not take much time here. Uh, it is a brief. My name is Hitendra Kumar Shaha. I am a cGMP compliance consultant, trainer, and auditor from NADH plus GXP compliance services. And this is my brief CV. Why I am putting this brief CV? I am repeatedly requesting all people that most of the companies, they consider this recorded version as a external training record. So a requirement is when you are conducting the external training, you need to have a CV of the trainer. So to comply this requirement, what they can have the CV in the recorded version also. So that is the reason I am putting my CV here. Okay. I have audited more than 500 sites till date, and now also I am supporting so many companies for third party auditing. So if any company or your company is interested in a third party auditing, you can contact us so that we can support for third party auditing services. These are the companies where I work. I started my career with Sun Pharma. I work in Alembic Pharma, Blue Cross Laboratories. I work in Sanofi, Mylan, in Zydus Cadila, US Vitamins. These are some companies where I work. I'm just moving fast so that we can save the time and we can use the time for actual discussion on the topic. So before going on the discussion, a quick 10 seconds disclaimer. You can pause the video, you can go through that. Why I'm putting this disclaimer? Because see, whatever I am preparing this training material, it is for training purpose or learning purpose to all the people. So if you want to implement, you need to refer the current guidelines and all. So for example, if you want to implement the cGXP assessment of computerized system, okay, you can refer our training material, but always follow the current guideline requirements. Okay, that is the thing, I just want to share you. Otherwise, if you want to prepare a checklist and all for GXP assessment and all, definitely you can refer our learning, no problem. But my point is, this recorded version, I am conducting training today. Today is the 6th of January 2024. But this recorded version will be for long period in the YouTube. So that is the reason I am requesting that whenever you are referring the learning, please refer the current guideline, and that is the reason I am requesting all people to refer the current guideline. Of course, you can refer this for learning purpose, definitely, right? So this is this disclaimer. Let us start our today's discussion. Okay, and this is what the today's our discussion, that is the scope of the CSV, or what is the role of in the pharma. Okay, so very simple, very simple point I want to share is, whatever equipment, utilities or facility we are using for pharmaceutical purposes or pharmaceutical product manufacturing, then what we consider, it should be suitable for intended purpose, right? And for that purpose, we are performing the qualification and validation of all the things, qualification, validation of the equipment, facilities, systems, right? Computer system is also one of that, and that is what is specified in this slide. So computer system validation is the process of ensuring that any technology component, maybe software or hardware or both, is fulfilling its purpose in line with the regulatory guidelines for a certain industry. And why it is important in pharma? Because FDA regulated industries are biotech and pharma. So it is more important in biotech and pharma. The reason is we are directly dealing with the public health and safety. So that is the reason CSV or computer system validation is very important with respect to the pharma and biotech and other companies where we are dealing with the human health and safety, right? This is just a brief about a topic and understanding, so I am not much focusing here. Okay, you can read the slide. Okay, hope slides are visible to all of you. Again, I am requesting, if you have any question, please put your question in the comment section. I will reply to you, right? So a validation assessment program is necessary in pharma industry to ensure adherence to pharmaceutical cGMP guidelines, correct? And help companies to maintain consistent quality. Remember this word, consistent quality. So to ensure the consistent quality of the product, we are performing the qualification and validation of equipment, facilities, systems, right? So computerized system also the part of that. So to ensure the consistent quality of the product, that computerized system also should be validated. The same principles are applied in computer system validation. That is what I am sharing the thing. Okay. Computer system validation checks the effectiveness and efficiency with which the system is meeting the purpose for which it was designed. So whenever we are performing the computer system validation, computerized system validation, consider that focus should be effectiveness and efficiency of the system. Okay, that is what the scope of the CSV. Okay. Hope you are with me. Again, I am requesting if you have any questions, please put your questions in the chat box. After completion of the training session, we will discuss all the questions. The point is very, very important, and that is, uh, uh, and the point is very important because this training topic will not be anywhere in the YouTube. Okay, first time I am conducting this training session, so that is what I am telling you. So as per UGMP Annex 11, this is the requirement. Slide is visible to all of you. This UGMP Annex 11, this is I took it from guideline. Okay, applies to all forms of computerized system used as a part of a GMP regulated activities. So whatever the all GMP regulated activities are there, which are performed or which are done by following some computerized system, then this UGMP Annex 11 is applicable to that. So the point is, why we are discussing this, you need to identify all your computerized system. So suppose you may be having hundreds of computerized system in your company. You have to list out all the companies, and then you have to identify whether this computer system is a part of GMP activity or not. That is nothing but the cGXP assessment of computerized system in simple language, in simple form. Right? Hope everything is clear, right? Now let us discuss about the FDA requirement. FDA means, whenever I am discussing about the FDA means US FDA. Okay. So as per FDA, this regulatory requirements means US FDA requirement applies to records in electronic form which are created, modified, maintained, archived, retrieved, or transmitted under any records requirements set forth in agency regulations. Means in a GMP activity or whatever in your routine GMP process, I will use the word GXP process rather than GMP because it will applicable to laboratory also, it will applicable for distribution also, it will applicable for a clinical also. So better I will use the word GXP process. So whatever the process or activities are followed, perform under GXP, and in under that GXP whatever records are generated in the electronic form, which are generated or created, modified, maintained, archived, retrieved, or transmitted, for that all records this part 11 compliant is very, very important. Many companies, what they do, no, companies means many the software developer or the companies who are developing the softwares, they develop the software and they just prepare a certificate or some sort of some checklist and they claim that our software is compliant to part 11 compliant. This is not the case. The reason is, they are only developing the software and they are only claiming the software. Ideally speaking, it should be independently evaluated whether it is part 11 compliant or not. Either it should be independently evaluated by the third party or other sources, not the same the company who has developed the software. So this is the point here I just want to make you emphasize here. This part 11 applies to electronic records submitted to the agency under requirement of FDA Cosmetics Act. Means what? whatever records are, I told you first that whatever records are created, modified, maintained, archived, retrieved, or transmitted, whatever in the GXP process, that is the one where it is applicable. 21 CFR part 11 is applicable. Second is what? If we are submitting any electronic record to the agency, means as a part of the ANDA or NDA, or INDA, if they are in the form of electronic records, then it also need to comply the part 11 requirement. That is what the meaning of this guideline requirement. And why I am discussing this, because most of the companies lack this. The reason is, they only think that part 11 compliant means it is only applicable for laboratory softwares. No, it is not the case. It is not only applicable for laboratory. It is applicable for all the GXP applications performed at the site, as well as the GXP application used to submit the electronic records to the FDA. So whatever the interface, whatever the computerized system you are using to submit the ANDA or NDA to the FDA, for that also it also has to be validated and ensured the part 11 compliant. Hope this thought is clear to all of you. Please don't get confused. If you have any confusion or any second thought, you can put your question in the chat box. I will reply to you. But my intention to this discussion that everyone should be very clear about the expectation. Sorry. Further, FD expectation is, these lines are, I purposely put some bold or highlighted, in the slides, because you need to focus on this slide. Okay. So computer system controls and attendance documentation maintained under this part should be readily available for and subject to FDA inspection. This is the exact guideline requirement of 21 CFR. What does that mean? It means that whatever system it is identified by the regulator, that it is a GXP associated with the GXP activity, and if that system is not validated by your company, then you are going to get the non-conformity observation or FDA citations. Or if that record is not available, or record is not available for the FDA during inspection, you are liable to get the FDA citation. This is what the expectation of 21 CFR. Okay. So now, what is the role of GXP assessment? So basically, GXP assessment role is very simple. What is the role? GXP assessment role is, we need to assess all the computerized system in our facility. That is what the role actually. Okay. So what is exactly cGXP assessment role? cGXP computerized systems are used throughout the entire regulated product life cycle, including development, clinical trials, registration, packaging and labeling, manufacturing, testing, release, storage and distribution, marketing and pharmacovigilance. Whatever computerized systems are used, and up to the life cycle, regulated life cycle approach, that has to be assessed and evaluated whether it is cGXP impacting or not impacting. There may be possibility that some system or some computerized system may not be, the cGXP requirement may not be cGXP requirement, because they are not involved in the GMP process or GXP process. I agree with that. I am not denying that. But my point is that has to be formally evaluated and then certified that this is a cGXP system, this is a non-cGXP system. And if it is a cGXP system, then follow the validation procedure as per your computerized system validation plan and all. And if it is a non-cGXP system, but then you need not do complete computerized system validation, but at least you need to follow some checkpoints that whether it is functioning properly or not. That way you can perform it, and that way you can evaluate it. But if regulator identifies that the system is there which is to be cGXP, but you have not done the validation, then you are going to get the observation or citations. That is what the message I want to give in a very clear way. Okay, so this is what from my side about this. So next is about the GXP assessment is the fundamental requirement for those cGXP computerized system is that they should be designed, implemented, operated and maintained in a state of compliance. So whatever systems we are discussing, they should be designed, implemented, operated and maintained in a state of compliance. In order to achieve this, cGXP computerized systems must be validated for their intended use and maintained in a validated state during the subsequent operation and maintenance period in the system's life cycle. This is the meaning of a cGXP purpose, and because before validation we need to ensure whether it is a cGXP system or not. There may be possibility that the system may be partially as cGXP related, not a fully, or maybe the system may not be even the cGXP related. Okay, then in that case you will have your validation strategy will be something different. You got my point. So main point is what your validation, when you are planning to perform the validation, so this assessment is a very important crucial stage. Then only you can decide, first of all, decision making step. This is a decision making step for the computer system validation. But to be very frank, I want to tell you that many companies, what they do, they have a ready-made protocols. They just go take the screenshots, attach with the protocol and sign off, and they tell that validation is complete. To be very frank, most of the validations are done by the third parties also. And to be surprising, they also follow the same thing. Some fresher people, hardly 2-3 years of experience people are appointed by the so many external agencies, and they go at the vendor end or client end, and they just take a screenshots, attach, and they claim that it is validated. No, my dear friends, it is not the computerized system validation. First of all, you have to assess whether the computerized system is a cGXP or not. At what extent it is a cGXP critical. Whether it is a cGXP critical or cGXP non-critical. That way you need to identify. And based on that assessment, your further depth of the, you can say the depth of the validation will be there. You're getting my point? So this is what I just want to share with you about the cGXP point. And there are some observations, or you can say the FDA citations. Okay, simple FDA citations are there. You can go through the slides very clearly. So you will get the observation like that. Your firm failed to proper batch production and control records and all. And specifically the example is given: compression machine process control values were not adequately reported as your batch production record. So when the values are checked in the batch record, all were complying values, but when the values are checked in the computer system, then they come to computer system of the compression machine, they come to know that there are a lot of failed value also in the compression machine. Now here the point is the company, now this why they got the observation here, because the company who have got this observation, basically they have not performed the cGXP assessment of this computerized system associated with the compression machine. So they only focus that whatever the data I am writing in the batch record manually, it is the original data, and that's it. But that record, that data is again simultaneously generated by the computerized system in the compression machine. So they are supposed to perform the cGXP assessment. If this company would have performed the cGXP assessment of this computerized system of a compression machine, then definitely they would have come to know that yes, this will be the part of the cGXP. So it should be the part of the scope of the cGXP, and definitely it has to be validated. So definitely the company might have performed the validation, and they would have been protected from this type of observation. So my point is this only, that you need to assess your all computerized systems whether it is cGXP or not. I'll give another example, similar type of example, okay, so that you will come to know a better way. Appropriate controls are not exercised over computer or related system to assure that changes in master production and control records or other records are instituted only by authorized personnel. Why this observation is identified? The reason is again the same. They consider that particular software is a not related to the GXP. But when they come to know that yes, this software is related to the GMP activities followed in the plant, and they got the observation. You can see the below observation: failure to maintain a backup file of the entered of data entered into the computer or related system. So the point is here is they consider this SCADA system, and SCADA system they have performed the validation and all, but the data backup was done by some interface. Data backup was done by the interface. They lack, or they didn't perform the validation of that backup process and restoration process, and due to that they got this observation. So my point is, when you will list out all the computerized system, you will come to know that uh, when you will list out all the computer system, you will come to know that which computerized systems are cGXP and which are non cGXP, that you will come to know. Now here, when we are discussing about the similar example, I can tell you about the quality control laboratory. Most of the companies, they have the computerized system. They are doing validation also, all computer softwares and all in quality control laboratory. Most of the companies are doing this. Now the point here is, when they are performing the validation, main point is what? They perform the validation of the software, but they could not perform the validation of the interfaces used for backup and restoration activity, and there they lack, and they got the observation. So there are some keys are there, and I will say there are 11 keys. So what are these 11 keys? That we will discuss in detail now. uh, so what I suggest you, that these keys can help you to take the decision whether any software is a cGXP or non cGXP. Suppose now this is the software for this mobile, right? I am using this mobile for some specific work. So this is a computerized system for me, right? Or this is the laptop. This laptop, whatever I am conducting the training, this is a computerized system, right? So now whether it is a cGXP or non GXP, that I need to evaluate. How I can evaluate? There are some 11 keys. So go through 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 11 keys. So we will discuss about these all keys, and we will come to know on the conclusion, right? If you wish, you can prepare these keys in the form of check sheets or checkpoints, and you can follow in your company also. But you need to evaluate whether you need to update anything and all that also. You need to put a focus. I just collected some keys to make you understand or to make you aware about this. Okay, so the first key is, does the system support manufacturing, analysis, distribution, pharmacovigilance, documentation management, training records, or other GXP related activities? If your answer is yes, then this system is a GXP system. If answer is no, then the system is a non-GXP. Clear? Second question is, does the system control, record, change, monitor, transmit, or make decisions about data related to the product or components for the product? So first thing is what? When the system support for manufacturing, analysis and all, broad way. Second question is with respect to the records, whether the system is used to control, record, change, monitor, transmit, or make a decision about data related to the product or components, then your system is a GXP. If not, your answer is no to this second question, then again the system may not be, system is a non-GXP, right? Third question is, does the system define what materials, what material means, raw materials, some other raw materials, components, formula, batch cards, etc., are to be used for the product? Means whether your system is identifying that what materials are used, what batch record is used. For example, very simple example is SAP. Suppose if SAP is used to issue the batch record to the production, so when you put the product code, automatically the next batch number is generated automatically and the batch record will be printed, correct? So it is controlling the batch records. Or when a batch record is created, then automatically the what is the bill of material and all, it is controlled to the SAP. So in that case, you need to consider that that system is a GXP system. You got my point? Let us discuss about the fourth key. Okay. Again, I am requesting, if you have any questions, don't worry, put your question in the chat box. I will reply to your questions. Okay. So the fourth question is, does the system impact the safety, quality, identity, strength, or purity of a product or its components? Does the system impact on SISPQ? SISPQ means safety, quality, identity, strength, purity of a product or its component. Then you need to consider this is a GXP system. And if system is not impacting, then it is a non-GXP impacting system. Very simple. Now, simple example I will tell you so that you will come to know in a better way. Okay. Suppose you have the software to check the artwork of a packaging material, to check the artwork of the packaging material, whether the all the artwork is available or not. You are checking this software. In that case, yes, it is a GXP impacting, correct? Or second example is, suppose you are using the computerized system for process validation or cleaning validations, where you just put the changes in the process or changes in the formula, whatever changes are there, you just put it and complete evaluation will be there, whether it will require to be it will required to perform the cleaning validation again, revalidation again, or anything is required. If that decision is taken, decision is given, then it is a GXP impacting. The fifth point is, does the process generate, process, or control data that supports regulatory, safety, and efficacy submissions? So any data generated which is used for regulatory submission, then that system will be GXP system. Here, very important thing is, simple example I will tell you, you will come to know better way. If you are using some computerized system calculation for F1 and F2 dissolution, you hope you are aware about that. If F1 and F2 calculation, then that data will be used for the submission purpose. Then in that case, it will be the GXP. Does the system control critical parameters and data in preclinical, clinical, development, manufacturing, or analysis? Then that system is also the cGXP system. Hope it is very, very clear. I prepare this presentation in easy to understand way so that everyone will be understanding. Simple words are there. I didn't make it more complicated. It is very easy to understand for all people. Seventh key is, does the system impact the status of raw materials, batches, packaging components, work in process materials, finished products in the factory, warehouse, or distribution centers? Means if the system is used to decide the status of different materials in the storage areas, if yes, then it is a GXP. If not, then non-GXP. Will the system be used to document the suitability and or approval of a product for sale by a qualified person, responsible person, or other designated persons? That means if any system you are using for the release, then also it will be the GXP. Does the computerized system hold electronic records as a primary record? That is also very important thing. Any computerized system, if you are using that for generating the electronic records and as a primary record, for example, if you are using some today, now there are a lot of softwares are available like Adobe and so many software where you can put a online electronic signatures, you can put it on the record. So whatever the records are generated from these type of softwares, then these softwares also be part of the GXP, because this records includes different agreements which will be signed by different parties like Adobe, or there are so many softwares now they are available in the market. So you can just put your signature online, and it will be registered as electronic signature. So if any computerized system holds the electronic records as a primary record, then yes, these systems are considered as the GXP system. So you need to ask these questions actually. So you can convert these questions in the form of some checklist or checkpoints, and you can challenge to the particular computerized system to evaluate whether it is a GXP or not. The 10th key is, will the system and or the underlying process be subject to review or inspection by multiple pharmaceutical regulatory authorities? You need to evaluate whether the system or some process related to the computerized system, okay, is subject to review or inspection by the regulatory authorities. Then yes, it is a GXP. Simple example I will tell you so that you will understand in a better way. Suppose there is an inspection is going on, some records inspector is reviewing, and inspector is having a doubt that whether the person is available during that day or not. So the inspector is interested to check the attendance of that person. Now most of the companies, they have the software for maintaining the attendance of the all people. They are using software, biometric softwares are there, and in that software, from the software, then what happened, print is taken by the HR, and it is submitted to the inspector that yes, uh, the person was present uh, uh, during the day when this record was generated. Okay. Now if the inspector asks the question that let me see the software, and if in the software inspector come to know that there are some addition, deletion, modification in the data possible, then you will get the FDA observation, because this software is used to ensure attributable of the people, to prove that the person was present, correct, and you are going to share the data from that system to the inspector. So you need to consider this as a GXP critical system. Will the system use electronic signatures? Of course, if any software is used for electronic signatures, so that also should be validated considering the focus on the cGXP role. Hope this is clear to all of you, that there are 11 keys are there. I make it in a simple language. Okay, I will consider all your questions. Okay, please be with me. I will complete in 1 hour session, but definitely I will complete this in 1 hour session. Don't worry about that. Okay. So now let us discuss. Okay. Now let us discuss about what are the common errors. So same thing, I was sharing you this example, right? That it is a biometric access or attendance. So in even injectable, the access plays a very important role. In some companies, even it is proved that the microbiologist in the record it was observed that you will remember the name of the company. I will not quote the name of the company, but it is come to know that the microbiologist enter in the facility as per the record and perform the finger dabs and all. But when the biometric attendance record reviewed, there was no record of that particular microbiologist. So this way, this record plays a very important role to prove that the data is attributable, and to ensure data integrity compliance, the attributable is the first requirement. So that is the reason when you are using a biometric access or biometric attendance, then my suggestion is you need to have the computerized system validation, because you need to evaluate this computerized system as a GXP, and you will come to know that this is the GXP computerized system. By following 11 keys, you will come to know that this biometric access or attendance is a GXP computerized system, and you need to perform the computerized system validation of the softwares. I am telling about the softwares related to this system. Okay, but most of the company are not performing the validation of this biometric access or attendance, and they are getting this. They may get the observation from the FDA. Second is backup, restore software or interface. As this was also I was discussing while our today's discussion, that many companies, they are following the computerized systems and all, they are using computerized system, and the data is backup. But for backup, what happens, some interface are used, like there are so many interfaces are available in the market, like Veritas and so many other interface. I'm just taking the example. Okay, it is not a promotional video or promotion training and all, but I'm just taking some example for your understanding. So these softwares are exactly taking the data on particular time, taking the data, all the data on particular time, and that particular data is put on particular folder. So this backup and restore is a GMP activity. Everyone will agree with that. And as it is a part of a GMP, this also should be considered as computerized system, GXP computerized system, and these also should be validated. But most of the companies, let me tell you, I was telling you that I have audited more than 500 sites. Most of the companies fail to validate this type of computerized system, and the reason is again the same, that they have not evaluated their all computerized system for cGXP compliance, whether the computerized system is a cGXP or non cGXP. You got my point? The next common error what I would like to share with you, and that is a some software used for material management or some finance purpose. Now there are some softwares which are used for just material management or some finance purpose, like you will come to know that the softwares which are related to just purchasing and all, but you need to evaluate whether that software is complying to this 1 to 11 keys. If any of the key answer is yes, that indicates that the software is a GXP, and you need to perform the validation. Yes, there may be possibility that some softwares may be purely finance purpose, maybe for salary calculations and all. I agree with you. But if the same software is used for attendance purpose or some finance purpose, some payments will be there through the software, no problem. But if the same software where the payment to the vendors are made, same software, if it is used for purchasing the material, if it is used to select the vendor to whom it order to be given, then it will also come under the GXP role. Try to understand this. Many companies lack in these controls. Hope you are getting my point, what I am telling you, right? The examples I took it, there are a lot of examples, but these are some key examples. I come to know that this has to be discussed, so that is the reason I am discussing with all of you. Some points I just want to share before this session. List all computerized system at site and perform cGXP assessment for all the system. Whatever computerized system you ask your all departments, quality control, engineering, stores, everyone, laboratory, production, everyone, microbiology, that give me all the computerized system, maybe desktop related computerized system, desktop and software related computerized system, maybe some machine related computerized system. There are different type of computerized systems. So enlist all the computerized system and then assess whether it is a GXP or not computerized system. Okay, and how you can assess? You can prepare a checklist or a protocol or procedure or some record, a part of a GMP record, and you need to mention whether it is a GXP or non-GMP GXP. Okay, so that way you can prepare. For preparing the checklist and all, you can use these all 11 checkpoints and 11 keys, And but these are not only the limited to 11 keys. If you wish, you can update it also, but I thought that these 11 keys will be enough to access the GXP for computerized system, GXP role of computerized system. But if you feel that any addition is required in the list, you can definitely update this list, and you can prepare a checklist or checkpoints or protocol, and you can follow it. Remember, if you forget this evaluation, you may skip validation for specific computerized system, which can lead to non-conformity of or enforcement actions by the regulatory agencies. So this is the my kind request to all of you. This takeaway is clear to all of you. And finally, I would like to request all the people that please share this link to all your colleagues so that they also can get benefit from this learning. Second thing, please subscribe this YouTube channel. Why I am telling you subscribe this YouTube channel? Because sometimes what happened, I am conducting the training on every Saturday. So sometimes what happen, you may skip some training, so you will get automatic notification that yes, this is a new learning or new video is uploaded by Hitendra Kumar Shah. So definitely you can go through that video, so you will get a notification from the YouTube automatically. So that is the reason I always suggest that please subscribe this YouTube channel so that you will get free notifications about this learning. Okay, now let us discuss about the questions. Okay, these are my contact details. Okay, you can contact me through nadgmp@gmail.com if you have any requirement about for your companies about audits or compliance services, audit and compliance services. Definitely you can contact. Okay, so let us discuss about the questions and answer session. Okay, GMP training has put the point that I also shared link and requested our team to subscribe. Thank you, GMP training. Okay, GXP training, I think GXP training. Okay, interested in detailed learning on CSV. Okay, I will share you the link. CSV training I will conduct. I will share you the link. Okay. Emmanuel, I am following, sir. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you. Um, Prashant Pandey, Satish. Okay, Pro Gamer, OP. I am interested in training material. Yeah. Training material. I think I need to share. Just a minute. I will share the link so that you can, copy the link and download it. The link will expire quickly, maybe within a week. So my request is please, as soon as you got the link, you download the training material from the link. Otherwise, the link will get expire. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Prashant Pandey, I am sharing you the link. Don't worry. And Ankit, what is the RQ period for CSV? Requalification period for CSV. Very good question about this. CSV, that is a requalification. So basically, you need to identify in your validation master plan that what is the requalification period. So you need to put some criteria that any updation, changes, modifications, means based on the change control requirement or based on some deviations or kappa, you need to do the requalification. If suppose there is no anything change, no any change at all, then is there any additional requirement by the regulatory agency? Then also you need to do the requalification. Or if there is even no additional requirement of requalification, then you have to put some period. So most of the companies they put 5 years, or some companies they put the 7 years for the CSV, where you need not required to perform the complete validation like IQ, OQ, PQ, all the complete thing. You need to perform just some key control stages. You prepare a protocol, you identify some key checks, and you evaluate whether the checks are complying or not. That way you can do the things. Okay, Mr. Hope Ankit, cricket analysis by Ankit, you got the point. Kalpesh Patel is asking, what about temperature records for the laboratory area recorded with computerized system? Yes, my dear friend, Mr. Kalpesh, the temperature records are supporting in the laboratory because the requirement of analysis is that it should be in a at particular temperature the analysis should be completed. In the room also, if temperature is higher, then it will impact on your all the analysis. So that is the reason temperature records also plays a very important role in laboratory. But now you need to identify At what extent it will be cGXP. Now, if you ask me about the software for temperature record management in laboratory and same software for temperature record management in the warehouse or retention sample area, then more focus of the validation will be, or more depth validation should be done in the storage areas rather than the laboratory. But of course, in laboratory, you need to perform some validation checks there. Tell us about network validation procedure. Uh, um, okay, Mr. Chaudhary, I have I have prepared some another training sessions on validation of the PLCs and all. I think you can go through that. Further, if you have any question, you put in the comment section, or I will share you the link for PLC validations and all, so that you will come to know that different agile validations and all, that all is covered there. Uh, Emmanuel is asking, in need the training materials. Yeah, I am sharing the link. Okay, sir, I would like to have the training material. Okay, so you share the training material. Okay, how to perform risk assessment for computerized system validation. Program gamer OP is asking this. How to perform risk assessment? Yes, risk assessment need to perform from the initial stage to the end of the stage. You can go to the my recorded video or recorded webinar on a computerized system validation. There you will come to know one picture is there. It is in line with the GAM 5 guideline. You will come to know that so many places the risk assessment is there. Shweta Khedkar is telling, thanks for your grateful efforts. Thank you, Shweta. Please subscribe this YouTube channel, and please inform to your colleagues to subscribe, so that they will also get benefit. Mr. Satish Kumar is asking, ER/E is also, please brief. Sorry, what is ER? And can you just elaborate it, Mr. Satish Kumar, so that I will come to know in a better way. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you that really the 11 keys has simplified the understanding on how to access GXP. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel, for your words. Mr. Virendra is asking, what is the minimum requirement for validation of cloud server? Okay, very good point, Mr. Virendra. That also I have considered, because it is an open type of system. Open systems, what are the minimum requirements? That is given by 21 CFR Part 11. I have conducted the training session on a 21 CFR Part 11 requirements. I think if you can go through that, that will be better. Or if you put a comment section separately, there will be comments. So this live chat will be disappear after couple of days. So you put in the comment section, I will share you the link, or you just put a Part 11 compliant, or you can go to the YouTube channel Hitendra Kumar Shah, and once you go to Hitendra Kumar Shah, you will find the video on different topics. You can select the 21 CFR Part 11, and there you will come to know that what are the requirements for open system, because cloud-based services are the open system. Okay, thank you, Ankit, thank you. Satish Kumar asking electronic record and electronic signature. Yeah, Mr. Satish Kumar, I think that is also discussed in another topic. Electronic sign needs validation. Yes, electronic signature requires the validation, Mr. Prashant Pandey. I suggest, after completion of this training session, you can just search in this my YouTube channel Hitendra Kumar Shah. You put in the YouTube Hitendra Kumar Shah, all the videos will be there. You can find different learnings on readiness for computerized system, then PLC validation. There are 2 videos on PLC validations, then UGMP Annex 11, then 21 CFR Part 11, computer system validation. There I have put so many testings and all. So all these points will be covered. So if you go through this, all the recordings, okay, so you will come to know when you go through that, Mr. Prashant Pandey. I suggest you can go through that recorded webinar, which is a 21 CFR Part 11. You will come to know that what exactly you need to check it, and based on that you can prepare the validation protocol. And what you need to test in the validation protocol, for that you need to go through the computerized system validation. There are 1 or 2 hours different recorded webinars are there under this YouTube Hitendra Kumar Shah. You can go through that. You will get lot of training session here. Lot of trainings includes all the different type of validation, means process, cleaning, and all type of validations, analytical method validation, technology transfer, computerized system, so many different learnings, data integrity, so many different learnings you will get it. Okay. I think there are no more questions. If you have any question after this also, my suggestion is you put in the comment section so that it will be available. This live chat. Oh yeah, just a minute. I forgot to share the link. Just a minute. Sorry, I was just uh, share the link that you can download it before closing this. Yes, 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 yes. I am sharing the link, Mr. Ankit. See, I have given this link now. Hope this link is visible to all of you. You can copy and paste in the browser to download from WeTransfer, or you can directly click the link and you can download this. Okay. My request is plus copy and take in your records this link. Otherwise, what happened? This chat will not be available for long period. So the link also will get the people will not get it. And today is 6th of January, so link will be uh, working for only 4 5 days maybe. So as soon as possible, please download the training material. Hope everyone got the training material. Thank you so much for your kind attendance, and see you in the next training session on the coming again the next Saturday. Every Saturday I am conducting the training sessions, so stay tuned to the YouTube channel Hitendra Kumar Shah, and every Saturday we will have training sessions on different topics. Okay, thank you so much, and ensure all time compliance. I request all of you to subscribe this uh, free learning platform, YouTube video free learning platform, so that everyone get the free learning from this video, right? So thank you so much for your kindly subscribing the YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and ensure all time compliance. Thank you so much. And now I am putting off the recording, right? If you have any question, please put in the comment section so that I will answer you after that. Okay. Thank you so much.